This is Puppets by Arlie. I'm Arlie, and this is how you make leg joints using just pieces of dowel and nylon rope. This is a pig that I've already finished doing the legs on, and I'm going to show you the process of doing it on this new pig. Here are the feet. They're made out of dowels that I cut on the bottom and then drilled some on the top, and then made holes in the bottom to thread the ankle string through. So far I've got a pelvis and a torso, and then the feet. Looking back at my original drawing, the pigs turned out a little taller than my drawing, but my leg on my drawing is going to be about 2 inches each part, but at the hip you want to edit out some of that leg length so that you have space for the strap and you can have full movement. So I'm going to call this top part of the leg the thigh, and this bottom part of the leg the shin. So on this, I think I decided to do a 2-inch shin and then 1.5 inches thigh. And then of course I'll cut the triangles out of the back. So we need to cut, and this is just a 1-inch dowel here. I'll need to cut 2 2-inch shins and 2.5 inch thighs. And just for clarity, I'll have S for shin and T for thigh. And cut that out on the bandsaw. I now have the 2 shins and the 2 thighs. So, of course, the thighs will go up top, and the shins will go underneath. And with this, I'll need to cut out a wedge for the knee joint, and I'll have to do some rounding to be sure that the ankle fits down into the hole of the foot. And this is all rough cut because I'm going to cover everything with a costume. So put your thigh on top, and then what's going to happen is you're going to draw a little right angle that goes halfway through the dowel and out. So it's got to go maybe a little less than halfway, and then out, so that the knee can have a lot of movement. But at the same time, it stops when it's mostly straight. Okay, so center, draw a little right angle. As you can see, I am kind of a person who eyeballs it. And then we'll have to make shaving on the bottom of the shin so that it will fit into the foot. And I like to use a pair of pliers for cutting this wedge. For holding this tiny little piece, so that I don't have to get my fingers close to the blade of the bandsaw. I got all my little pieces cut out, so just for clarity's sake, let's assemble them. So that's the shins with the knee towards the back. And then the, whoop, okay. Here's my pattern weights just to hold them in place. And then that's going to be up against my thighs. My thighs, well, these pigs' thighs, technically. Like that. Okay, now, first I'm going to mark where I want to drill the holes on the knees. I'll do that with red. So, these are going to go from inside the knee joint, and you're going to want to angle your drill so that they come out in front. That's where there's going to be a rope stitch on the top of the thigh and then a knot on top of your shin. We'll do that on both sides. This knee. And then also, while we got the drill out, I will want to drill the hole that it's going to come, the string of the puppet is going to go through the foot like a button, come through the front of the thigh, come through the front of the shin, and then around the back of the knee and up through the top of the thigh. So that way the foot gets activated up when you pull the leg string. And I have a whole stringing video that shows how to do that. I believe that style of stringing was invented by the Rose marionettes, Margot and Rufus Rose. And I learned it from Jim Rose. And this little technique I also learned from Jim Rose using this dowel and string technique. Okay, so you're going to want to do from the front of the shin to the back. So you're going to do kind of in the middle of the front of the shin and then to the back. It'll come out where it comes out. So again here. Middle. And then you're going to take it from the back of the thigh, and the string is going to go through this way because the string is going to straddle the knee joint. It's going to come out. It's going to come out here and straddle the knee joint, and then come out somewhere in front. Oh, and then I almost forgot. We also have to do the ankle joint. So get your shin and find where your front of your shin is. And then you want to model your 2 holes to be in the same direction as your 2 holes on your foot. And that will help keep the foot facing front. So even though my ankles are no shape in particular, I'm going to make 2 holes that coincide those 2 holes. And it's going to aim and come out, what am I doing? Oh, come out the side here. And I like to tie it in the back. See, with my ankles, I have 2 holes all through here, and then they come out the side, and then I just tie a string to the back, and we call it done. Okay, here's my other one. That one's going to be in the foot like that. There's probably puppet builders who are watching this screaming at my lack of measuring. But you know what? I live under the idea that if you're going to costume it, you know, doesn't matter what it looks like underneath. And if you're a good costumer, you can hide everything with a good costume. Okay, it's time to drill. We need a drill bit that's small enough for the string. This is the string that I'm going to use for the joints. It's a nylon rope, and it works pretty great. So first I'm going to drill the knee joints for the thigh, and it's going to go through the top of the knee joint to the front of the thigh. This wedge here, that's your knee, like the inside of the knee. So we're going to angle our drill to the front. Now we have 2 holes, doop doop, and then 2 holes that the string will come through and get a knot on the front. Do that on the other thigh. Okay, thighs are ready. Now we're going to start in on the shin. And be sure, same thing with the shin, we're going to drill up top, and then you're going to aim your drill to come out the front. Right, that's 1 knee joint ready for rope. The rope joints are all drilled. Now let's turn these shins over and do the ankle joints. Now the ankle joints are going to come out the sides, and then I'll tie them in the back. So take your ankle joint and be sure that you're aiming your drill to the sides, and the knee joint is the wedge that's either side. So you're going to cut it towards each side of the wedge. Or I guess another way of looking at it is I have these 2 holes, drill at a diagonal out away from the holes of these ankle joints. All right, there's one. They're on the side. Oh. Ankle side hole. My ankles are drilled. Finally, we'll do the holes for the actual marionette strings last. So these holes are going to be, I should bring one down there. Front and then angling up. I mean angling towards the knee wedge. So I'm going to start. I'm going to put it at an angle in my vise. Put it in an angle in my vise and then just drill straight down. There's a nice diagonal hole. That worked good. Do that on the other. They're going diagonally. There's the other diagonal hole. Okay, the shins are all the holes are drilled. And then this one, these are the thighs. This is the back wedge of the knee. Do holes, and then it needs to be diagonally up. So, same thing. I'm gonna put them in at an angle and then just drill straight down. Looking good. And last one. All those many holes are now drilled. All right, now we start stringing these guys together. Okay, I have this nice big doll making needle, which is no problem going through. I'm going to use this doll making needle, but the question is, can I thread my rope through the eye of the doll making needle? I'm going to kind of sort it through, so let's do that. So where you want the knot, that's where you start. Go through the hole that coincides with the same side of the knee. Okay. Flip it. Needle. Now, this is a little difficult. What I like to do to be sure that there's enough slack in the knee joint is tie it loosely while the knee is straight, and then pull on it so that you get the right amount of rope so that the knee joint can do its full bend, but it still has some resistance, so it won't bend the opposite way. Then I do like 5 granny knots and I put wood glue on it, and you know, that's how it works. Okay, so that's one. Let's do the other one. Here we go. through the front of the shin, up through the same hole in that knee, and back down through the other side of the knee. So that it's loose knot, then pull it so that it has its range of motion. And tie it up. Okay, we got 2 legs. We got 2 legs. Woohoo! Next, we got to do some feet. Now, with the foot, you're gonna go through, because the knot is gonna be in the back. You're gonna go in the side and around and back up, and then we're gonna tie in the back. That is what we are going to do. Perfect. Down through the ankle, down the same side of the leg, and go back up. And go up through the other side. Now check out that. Wiggle it a little bit. Okay, same thing. This is the back of the leg now, which is where I'm going to put the knot, just on the back. Make one tight knot first, and then wiggle it a little bit so that it has some movement, and then tie several more knots. Make sure that you're maintaining that wiggly foot. Okay. I'll trim some of that. Woo! Yay! We have like a little foot happening, or a whole leg. That's a leg. Okay, other side. This is definitely a quick and dirty way to do joints. I love it. And also it makes it so that you can do legs, which are one of the hardest parts of the marionette to make. This design makes it a lot more accessible because it's a good simplistic design. Okay, so now I'm gonna go side and down through the foot and up through the foot. wiggle it so that that joint gets some movement. And finish off tying. All right. Woo, look at that. We got this little piggy had legs. Next, we're going to do a bunch of gluing. Because I'm not going to show how to do the stomach. I have another video for that, but we're gonna glue on this webbing to make the hip. It's a very high class piece of cardboard here. Do my gluing on that. I like to keep the upper body around just so I can figure out if I'm doing my scale right. And let's see. Scale that right. Now what will happen is I will glue the backs first. And then I will glue and let those sit overnight, and then I'll glue the fronts second. And once the backs are glued, of course, you're gonna string it through. Easily said. String it through. You know what? I have pliers. And then it'll string through, haha. And after my back is glued, then I'll glue the front. And the legs will be official. Get these going. And this is like backpack webbing. I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff you could use. But I like to use it because I feel like it's not going to break. Okay, this last word. Okay, so what's going to happen is I should also get this is a very official oatmeal container lid, perfect for putting some glue in. This is just wood glue, and what I'm going to do is put glue on the string knots of the shin and the ankle. And then also I'm going to glue this to the back of the thigh and let it set overnight. So first, I'm going to just dip a finger in, put some glue on that knot, turn it over, put some glue on that knot, and go ahead and watch my other think I do a more thorough job of explaining this in my other leg video, but I'll link it. And then dip that. Yes, yes, yes. And stick it on. And then I'm just gonna, I didn't think about this beforehand, but I'm just gonna, let's see, I need something to put it on. What should I put it on? Oh, piece of wood. That's what we'll put it on. And let that set and dry. Actually, you know what would be better is a roll of tape. Because it needs to be up off of the foot. Another thing I often do, and why not do it right now, is take this and tape it on while it dries. And that'll help the webbing start to hold the shape while it's drying. Boom! Okay, other leg. And if you glue over your string holes, you can just drill through the same spot as what, same spot as before. That's the beauty of wood glue. Okay. And let that set overnight.
And there you have it. That's how you make legs with just dowel and rope. Thanks for watching.